Hello YouTube, LD50 here, back with another video, and today we're going to revisit the one-shot on Graveward with Facepuncher Moze without using the crit swap mechanic. Today we're going to be using a different method, and we're going to be using short fuse to achieve this. Short fuse is the capstone on the Demolition Woman tree, and there are some interesting facts, or there is an interesting fact to note about this skill. The card reads, whenever Moze deals gun damage, there is a chance of a secondary explosion centered on the target. Secondary explosion chance 20%. Now, you can actually use this to your advantage, because when you have save quit and you load into the game, you are guaranteed to proc short fuse on the first bit of damage that you do. So if we fire one shot off, we are guaranteed to get the short fuse to apply to it. In the previous video we also used a grenade that was a tracker grenade, because it had this anointment on grenade throw, weapon grenade and action skill damage are increased by 25% for 6 seconds. The problem with using a tracker grenade is it might strike the enemy before you have taken your first shot, in which case the grenade will proc short fuse, not the shot, and you won't get as much damage out of the first shot. So I've changed over to an It's Piss grenade. We're not going to fire it at the enemy, we're just going to fire it away. Any old grenade that has the on grenade throw anointment will do, as long as it's not a tracker grenade. So we've taken ourselves all the way down to short fuse. The other skills that are important in the blue tree are talk, cross promotion and fire and skag den. The other skills I've taken are just to get us down to the bottom there. We've taken 3 out of 3 into big surplus, because we're going to be hopping into Iron Bear and then hopping out of it again, and that will put us onto cooldown, which will give us this bonus incendiary damage. We have gone down just as far as scorching RPMs on the green tree, taking Stoke the Embers at the same time. Stoke the Embers boosts any incendiary damage, and we've gone down to desperate measures here on the red tree. We're going to pick up the Deathless to reduce our health to 1 HP, and then again, as in the last video, we'll equip Radiation Stone White Elephant to apply radiation damage to the shot. We are going to be reloading, and that will proc Selfless Vengeance, which again will give us more bonus incendiary damage for 10 seconds. And we've taken Armoured Infantry, which will give us 15% bonus gun damage for having full shields. We've also taken Experimental Munitions, which has given us another 15% bonus incendiary damage for a critical hit. Now, the Facepuncher doesn't deal critical hits itself, but the sticky bombs from the White Elephant will. So the first thing we want to do is to equip the Deathless. There we go, that's reduced our health to 1 HP, and now we're going to equip the Radiation Stone White Elephant, so that the melee shot from the Facepuncher will do radiation damage. We're going to drop down, we're going to ignore Graveward's first initial phase, and then we're going to wait for him to present his arm. We're going to jump into Iron Bear, jump out of Iron Bear to proc the skill Big Surplus, so that we're actually on cooldown there. We're going to throw a grenade in a direction that isn't towards Graveward to get the grenade anointment alive, and then we're going to take a single shot and see how we do. So let's jump down and wait for Graveward to do his first phase. We'll fire off a shot, then we'll reload, then we'll jump into Iron Bear, then we'll jump out of Iron Bear. We'll throw our grenade in a direction that isn't towards Graveward, take our shot, and as you can see, we're able to one-shot him with this mechanic. So again, no crit swapping, just using the Facepuncher. This particular Facepuncher had action skill end anointment shock damage, and our old god had again 50% bonus shock damage on action skill end. Those two anointments will stack. 20% bonus radiation damage from the old god, which applies to our radiation damage from our white elephant there. We've used a minesweeper with splash damage, action skill damage, melee damage. We used the It's Piss grenade with the on grenade throw, weapon grenade and action skill damage are increased by 25% for 6 seconds anointment. We'll just go through the skills again quickly. So we took 3 out of 3 into big surplus, all the way down to the bottom for short fuse, and made sure that we took tall cross promotion and fire in the skag den on the way. We took selfless vengeance, we took experimental munitions, and we took desperate measures. And in the green tree, damage skills are stoke the embers to boost any incendiary damage, and scorching RPMs to give us extra critical hit damage. Guardian rank is turned on. We've gone all the way down to Groundbreaker, though in this instant Groundbreaker is not affecting the kill. And we're on Mayhem 11 because I don't like the modifiers. So that is the alternative method to one-shot Graveward, or any other boss that has no immunity phases, using Moze and the Facepuncher with no crit swap. If you've enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to the channel and leave a like. I've been LD50, you've been lovely, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.